What's going on, everybody? So today, it's filming in the same place as last week. If you didn't already realize, I want to point that out first and foremost. But today I'm going to be doing 5 things I don't like about my 2010 Mitsubishi Lancer, and pretty much any Lancer of this generation is the same until you get to 2015 and above. But before I get too far in this video, I'd like to ask you guys, if you do enjoy it, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, as it does help me and the channel out a lot, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. First thing I want to talk about is the paint on this car. I read around and it seems like this is a common problem for this car in general, but I've noticed some paint issues to go on with it. I'll show you. So first and foremost, as I know every car will, especially this year, I realized this car chips very easily. I don't know how well it shows because we're in the shade, but this car seems to chip extremely easy, and I don't know why that is. It's everywhere, and I know this car is old. It's gonna have paint chips. It's 300,000 kilometers on it. It's been around, but it seems to be chipping a lot easier and a lot more than every other car I've owned. I don't know if that's just this or if it's just how it was treated in the past, but this is the #1 paint issue I've noticed. That, and there's quite a bit of orange peel on it. I don't know how well the camera picks it up. The orange peel is not horrible, but it's also pretty bad. Like, I can't say it's great. The third thing is the amount of clear coat, which is the absolute worst, especially on the hood, and then rust starts to form through it. The clear coat has been peeling brutally over the last year or so. But those are the 3 things with paint. The paint on this car is very hit or miss, and I've seen a lot of people complain about the same stuff I have. So just keep in mind of that. If you're buying this car, you might have to do some paint work. Issue number 2 that I've had with this car is the power on it. I have the base model, so the 2.20, the 2-point slow. It's very, very slow. I've never really said this about many cars, because every car everyone thinks it's fast in their own individual way and blah, blah, blah. But this car, I struggle getting on the highway, and that can be a real issue because I take it every day to go to work. But the highway, I struggle getting onto. Same with just cruising around town. Like, the power is so lackluster on it, and it's difficult to actually drive day to day with it. I talked about in the last video the 5 things I love. If you want to go for handling, please feel free to buy this car. But if you want to go for power, maybe not the car for you. Go to the Rally Art, go to the Evo Edition. But this base model, unless you're putting some money into the engine, not really fast off the line. The next issue I have with this car is the visibility in the rear. The last 3 things I don't like about this car are all interior problems. They're kind of nitpicky, but it is what it is. The rear windshield, the visibility is horrible. I don't know how well it shows because we're in the shade, but the wing in the back takes up the entire windshield. I can't see if I'm on any sort of a hill, or there's a car at a slightly different elevation of me, I'm not gonna see it at all, especially if it's in the distance. You won't see it anything. The wing takes up the majority of the rear windshield, just over top from where my eyesight is, just over top all the headrests. So already the headrests take up the first, third, and then the wing takes up the next couple inches above it, which is really hard to drive with, especially if you want to see out your rear windshield. I use my mirrors more than anything on the sides because this is a lost cause. If you don't want the wing, you can take it off, but I also hate the look of it, so I'd rather suffer with this. It's kind of one of those personal choices you have to make. This is the stock wing though, so if you go any bigger, it might be a real issue for you. The next small thing I have to complain about, this is number 4, is kind of a nitpicky one, but it might just be my height because I'm pretty short. We'll see. If anyone else has this problem, please let me know in the comments so I don't know I'm the only one. But I find, first of all, the seats are not super comfortable, which is hard for long drives. The next uncomfortable thing, this middle armrest does not fit me whatsoever. If I want to use it, I have to be leaning pretty harsh to the right, and then I can't shift like this. I have to already move my arm and all that. I'm at the lowest section you can go to, and I can't rest my... So, as I was saying, I'm at the lowest position the seat can go, pumping it, and I have to lean over to sit on the armrest. I would like it to be somewhere where I can actually rest my arm on it and use it how it's supposed to be used. But another one of those nitpicky things where if I wanted to really bad, I could put some sort of adjustment on it, and I don't want to deal with that. That's just another nitpicky thing. Same with the armrest on the left side. My arm would have to be way too low, and it's just uncomfortable. If they were somewhere up raised and big enough for 2 people to put their arm on it, that'd be great. Again, I know it's a small thing. And number 5, the interior to this car is super simplistic. I can't say I like the interior. It's very outdated. The plastic's cheap, and I just don't like the layout of it. It's simplistic to use, which could be nice, but the looks wise, not a fan of it. So, if you don't know, this is what it looks like. Again, I can't say I'm a fan of it. I hung my keys up. Everything's very simplistic. There's nothing crazy, no crazy buttons or layouts to look at. The plastic is all, I don't know if you can hear it, but the plastic's all very cheap. I'm not a fan of this layout and this interior in general. The only thing I do like is the high shift knob, but that's for manual cars individually and pretty nitpicky as well. So that's the one thing I really do not like about this car, is the interior layout. It would be nicer if there was anything more fancy, or the plastics were a little more flashy or something like that. If it could have been improved, I think this car would have been rated a lot higher than it was. But all in all, it's not a horrible car. I'm grasping at straws here, so please go look at my other video, the 5 things I do like about this car, if you want a real review kind of thing on it. And if you actually want a real review, I can put one out eventually. Just let me know in the comments below. But that's gonna be it for today's video. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked it, please leave a like, because it does help me in the channel a lot. And if you want to see more of my content, please feel free to subscribe and click the bell icon, because it does help me in the channel a lot. And again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.